Hey guys, DeltaCanuckian here, and yes, I did use my toaster to record this video. If you don't know what you're watching, this is Star Wars Battlefront II, one of the best Star Wars games ever made, and one of my favorite games of all time. And as the title and the thumbnail suggest, even though I may have overdone it a bit to get people's attention, people have been waiting for a sequel to this game for 8 years. This released in 2005. I was 10 years old. I was 10 years old. I was in freaking elementary school. So basically, is Star Wars Battlefront real? Well, yes, we knew it. At least it was real. It was in development at a developer called Free Radical Games. They no longer exist. Well, under a different name they do. And what happened is they were apparently taking money for the game and putting it towards a PlayStation 3 exclusive shooter called Haze, which was a dreadful, dreadful, terrible, awful game. And I know this because I forced myself to play about an hour of it. So what happened is they were basically stealing money from LucasArts and not working on the game. However, Free Radical claims they were pretty much 99% done the game and it was ready to ship. From the footage I've seen, even though I believe it was alpha footage, it looked in really rough shape for what other games I have seen in alpha stage, and it just did not look like it could ever release. So I'm going to side with LucasArts here that Free Radical was stealing money and just was not making a good game. So what happened is it got cancelled. It got canned, or at the very least it was moved to, I believe, Rebellion, who did the PSP Battlefront titles. And since then, there's been rumors swirling around that both Rebellion was working on it, that Slant 6, the guys behind SOCOM Confrontation, and Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City were developing it. Both of those games are rather mediocre shooters, so thankfully they don't have their hands on it. I hope. I really do hope. And there was also rumors that Spark Unlimited was working on it, but who knows what's going on with them right now. I still believe they have the unannounced major licensed sci-fi project that had people thinking that they were doing it, but they're working on Lost Planet 3 right now, so I really don't know what's going on there. So the last few years there's really been nothing new. It's been all quiet. Most people are, a lot of people are losing hope for the Star Wars Battlefront 3 to ever come out, but there's still millions and millions of people who want a sequel to this game. And who knows, maybe we'll get one on the next generation of consoles. Wouldn't that be nice? Anyways, what's happened recently is, well, late last year, a poster leaked, I guess, for a downloadable title called Star Wars First Assault, and nothing was really known beyond that. There was no announcement. LucasArts said they weren't going to talk about it, because there had been, it was nothing official. They're not going to comment on rumors, etc., etc., etc. And that was, we didn't hear about it for a few months, but in the last week, we've had 3 straight days of, quote-unquote, and I'm doing air quotes here, even though you can't see it, leaks. Leaks of information. The first day there were 2 screenshots, second day there was 3 or 4 more screenshots, and then the third day we actually got video. We got a 15-second clip that was meant to be a CGI clip that was meant to be a part of a trailer, and then about 30 seconds, just less than 30 seconds of actual gameplay footage. Not much, but from what it looked like it was probably in a beta stage, not far from release. And First Assault was apparently, according to the source that gave Kotaku this information, the game was supposed to release in a beta stage, or go into beta stage in this past fall, and then release this spring. So, like, within the next few weeks, it was supposed to release. What's happened is, since Disney's purchase of Lucasfilm and all its, subsidiaries, so including LucasArts, everything's been put on hold. First Assault, Star Wars 1313, which looked like Uncharted in space, and a whole bunch of other titles that, we have no clue about. And, LucasArts has been a mess for a number of years now. So, if Disney is kind of doing this to fix things up and decide what to proceed with, that's great, that's good, but we might miss out on a really, really good title, and not only that, the step 0 to Star Wars Battlefront 3. This was supposed to be a $15 downloadable first-person shooter that is kind of a Call of Duty Battlefield mashup, set in the Star Wars universe, obviously. And basically what was going to happen is if this sold well, they were going to start building off of this game, First Assault, not the previous work done by Free Radical, towards making Star Wars Battlefront 3, the game that people have been waiting 8 friggin' years for. And now, because of whatever the hell is going on, whether it's Disney's game division, which is a real train wreck. I believe I've talked about the situation involving Tron Evolution in the past, though the guy that was in charge for that is not anymore, so I should probably stop dwelling on that. Anyways, back to the topic at hand. LucasArts has been a mess for years. Disney's game division is not exactly anything to, I guess, put faith in. And now this game may never see a release. What's happening is there's developers working on this game as I speak to you, as you listen to me speak to you through your headphones or speakers or whatever. Why am I doing this? It's late. Excuse me. I record these things late at night all the time. So there's developers working on this game right now, and it may never see the light of day. We may never see a full release. And for me, that would be very, very disappointing, because even if it was a generic Call of Duty style shooter, it's set in the frickin' Star Wars universe. I want to run around as a rebel soldier or a stormtrooper, blasting guys' heads off with a frickin' blaster. You know, running around, have the hero show up again, run around as Han Solo like I am right now, run around as frickin' Darth Vader chopping dudes up with a lightsaber. How much fun is that? Seriously, you could take the same game as Black Ops 2 and just give it a Star Wars coat of paint, and I will throw money at you, because I've been craving a Star Wars shooter for so many years, and I know millions have. There's, you know, I don't really know what anyone can do to I guess help this game release. There's no like petitions or anything that I've seen going around. But spread the word, talk to friends, get people talking over Twitter, stuff like that. For all we know, this was a developer leaking this information out as a last-ditch attempt to get their higher-ups to okay the game, to give it the green light to release. Because this isn't, this doesn't appear to be some kind of viral marketing campaign, because LucasArts demanded that the footage be pulled, and it has been. The screenshots are still out there, though, so you can find those. And, you know, this seems just way too much to be just a standard leak of information. So, you know, I guess spread the word, tell your friends about it, and maybe, hopefully, one day we'll see Star Wars First Assault, or maybe, even better, Star Wars Battlefront 3. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment, like, and subscribe. Yeah, I'll be back with more Dead Space and the Mystery Box. See you guys next time.